Hello, everybody. Welcome here. Again, we are having a live chat here, talking about authenticity and healing. Before going into looking at the two sides of the authenticity, okay, and go into the same part of looking at the two sides of the authenticity. So you can get the authenticity from within you. Put some things for you kind of like together of the words, the meanings. And also what I did is that you guys know me, I dive deep from the things, and it's an amazing when you're able to do this. This past few days, it is a lot of energy of unpacking new things, getting to different levels, going through with this energy that it's high and high and high. It's just popping up and makes me like can't even stay in one spot. Last night I woke up at almost 4 o'clock in the morning, stayed up until like 5 or 6, and then went out of bed again and slept until 9:30. I was like, woke up at 9:30, or what would I will do? What was it? And all of a sudden, all this popped out about the authenticity. But what is the authenticity from within you? Okay. So, hi, Lisa. Thank you for being here. Um, Thank you for sharing the love. What is a authenticity? If you take a look at the words authenticity, okay, that represents something that is authentic, something that is genuine, something that it's original. It's valid, okay. It's not like so. For example, uh, this is a smartphone, okay. So you see it, it's valid, it's genuine, okay. It's not just a shell, okay. I mean, it's working, right? So you make a validation. Hi, CJ. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the love. Okay. And what it's though by you to be authentic? That is something that you create the things based on facts. Okay. Something that it's accurate, but it's also have a reliable source. Okay, you can prove that. Okay, that is the source. My hand is the source. The camera is the source. What you see, what you get. That's it. That's what this is. All right. And we've been talking about this authenticity is your coin today. Okay, that's what the coin is. All right. For a lot of the people, the authenticity can be two different things. And you're gonna be like, Dio, what is going on? Here it's what's going on with that. Hey, Shadow, thank you for being here. You have two authenticities from within yourself. The one authenticity is based out of your ego. The other authenticity is based out of your soul. Okay, what is authentic? All right, what did you do, what did the things were, what's going on, and what the case and what the situations is. So for example, if you are focused of your ego desires and you create this authenticity out of your ego desires, okay, for you that could be your part of authenticity. All right, while there is the other part of you that is within the soul, okay, and it tells you, well, you did this but that was not the right thing, you did that, and you were not true to your own self, to the true of the things, what's going on, what's the situation. And here you go, you are fighting your own authentic self, okay, you fighting to see the two things. On the other side, if you listen your authentic self and authentic things, you are missing uh, the part of what is in the authenticity as the ego. Usually when you don't listen that part as authenticity as the ego, you don't have that full authenticity. That is the time when you are like an empath, you give, you don't look at that egoistic part because you believe on that spirituality within, from within. And then when you're missing the red flags that ego tells you, hey, this is not, because it tries to protect you. This is not it, it's not it, and so on. And now you are like, what's going on in my life? All right, we have some people to recognize in chat. Unseen and Unsayed morning. Josh, thank you for being here. You are accounted for. Um, so, what does that mean, authenticity and philosophy? Okay, we are going to be related to all this authenticity from within us, and then we're going to talk about the healing part after the all this things that I got for you. So, in philosophy, purpose and the responsible of human life. Okay, so all this appropriate, okay, significant, something that has a meaning, okay, purposeful. I'm sorry, can't pronounce it right, but that word kind of creates me a lot of problems with my lips. Hopefully, they're gonna fix it soon. And responsible of human life. You are responsible of human life, but what life? Your life. And when you are authentic to yourself, you're also authentic to others. Okay. Um, I break down more about auto. What does that mean? Authentic. Okay. There is a two words in there. The first one of auto is by itself operating independently without needing help. That is something, an auto. But the word tense is a formal from source or place, as a consequence, facts or reason. Facts or reason form. So, are you authentic to yourself? Because if there is some things from within you, you are not in authentic. Okay, that it's coming into that you losing your genuine parts. Okay, you using your originality as a soul, and you are not happy because guess what? Lack of the authenticity. Something gets you hurt. You hurt your emotions. The emotions they turn to vibrations. Vibration shows up in physical world, and now you have something on physical level that you have to fix. Okay, and you look in the truth, which is the base of the authenticity. If you look at it down to into the core, for it's related to the truth, but authentic to yourself and authentic to your desires and authentic of the actions that speaking louder than words. Those are three different things. So the authenticity comes in from the actions you do to your own self from within you. This is going to be your inner fight. And when you understand that some of the actions you took on a base of ego and some of the actions you took on a base of a soul, they could be helping people, but they can also harming people. Okay. And to be authentic with this and you understand when and what to use becomes your 100% the coin of authenticity. Brooklyn, Monique, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing the love. And when you're looking at this, you become true to your own self. You stop this duality within the authenticity, and all of a sudden you realize that by looking only the one side, you put the focus of the vibrations and a focus of your energy to a one certain particular thing. Okay, if you've been reading the book Heal Your Life on Louise Hay, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't know what this book is, go find it. It's got a very good, like almost at the end, there is a very good chart of what was um, your physical problem, what is the situation, and what do you have to tell yourself to be authentic. Okay, that's what this is. That's what I'm talking about. This healing process from within is being authentic. So, for example, if you have and you look at your life and there is some things in your life that they're not going good direction, why they're not going a good direction? You have this balance of this authenticity of yours. Okay, you push so much with your ego, or you push so much with your soul, but there is no balance within. All right, if you use all your soul power and you give, but you don't receive, guess what? The ego, you didn't see the ego that says, like, dude, you need to receive. There's going to be a point that ego is going to be, you know what, soul, shut up, go ahead, look the situation, look the things. You weren't authentic to your own self. You missed these red flags, you missed these red things. Okay, or the other cases when you use your ego, and all of a sudden, people just flying out away from you, you missed your soul part. You're like, man, I should have been more nice to these people. I should have been doing this. Should have been. Why I lied to myself. And here is that authenticity comes in together from within, and you're like, oh my God, I have to know what I have to do with the situations in life for me, because I hurting me, but also by looking at to others. And the healing part of this authenticity is that when you get to this level of authenticity, you actually heal everything from within. Okay, what I mean by healing everything from within, you begin to understand your pitfalls on the both sides, but you also become truth to your own self. You begin to be this genuine personality. You begin to be this validating personality. It has everything. When I say something, you do it. When you state something, he's like, hey, here we go. There you go. It's right here. All right. I'm validating. All right. It's a based of the facts, not at the based out of what you thought should be or what you thought could have be, or what you kind of like trying to put things together. Okay. Because when you look at it right now, the situations that maybe you are and taking that new road, it tells you unify things from within. Begin to unify things from within. Look at the both sides, and that's what you get in the lessons from within. That those lessons are either you learn that you have to be good when somebody did a good deeds to you, or you learning through somebody when it did bad things to you. You're learning that, oh wow, I I allowed it to be harmed. I wasn't authentic to myself. I wasn't cautious. And that's what the purpose of the ego is, to protect you. Okay. Um, when you look at it deep from within you as a journey, as a twin flame, you look at it to be authentic with all the levels from within. You kind of like given a time to see, to look, to get, and so on. But the authenticity from within twin flame is when the both two, they reach that level of authenticity to themselves. There is something, if the one person hit something of the ego, or the other hit it within the soul, or so on and so on, guess what? There is this balance from the one or from the boat. And now, lack of authenticity from within this partnership, this relationship, breaks everything out of the way. The truth is not there, the trust is not there, and everything goes down the hill. Okay, especially if there is a more things that coming up, and you're like, well, what happened to this authenticity is not there, because it wasn't, the lesson of authenticity wasn't there. But when the time passed by and you look at the authenticity from in both units, they will figure it out. Each one they have to do, and when they do this authentic part, okay, they heal. They heal past mistakes. They healed past screws ups. They heal, they have this new understanding from within the soul. They have this new energy that comes in from within the soul. You're getting more and more authentic. And now you heal. You're like, oh God, I healed. I unified things from within. I forgive myself for what I was. Now it's time for me. If I want to be authentically happy, I have to be an authentic. This is a part of illumination as a twin flame. Okay, it's a illumination. You illuminate yourself by you become an authentic self. Once you become this authentic self, you reach your higher self, and the higher self connects to the divine. Now you are with this in this union for the divine. That's what this authenticity, it is working. It's always been that way. You are not authentic from within. You are not authentic with your higher self. Therefore, you're not authentic with the divine. You're wondering, what happens in my life? Why all these secret things that I hide in me, and what is that causing me problems to be really, truly happy in life? Because in order you to be happy with somebody, you got to be happy with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. Everything that you want from others, you have to first give it to yourself. Develop from within. Okay, and one of these parts of development is you to become an authentic. If you, for example, want so much someone to love you, okay, you want to receive a love from them, but that is the love that you have to develop from within. Okay, that is the love you have to develop from within. If the other person doesn't have a love, so guess what's going to happen is like that love is going to disappear from within you, because the mirroring effect. And you need to look this authentic part from within yourself. What are you doing with yourself? Okay. When you become an authentic, there's going to be a parts of you that you're going to be authentic and automatic regime. But it's like you have things that you learn when to say yes and when to say no. All right. If the other person doesn't take the no or the yes or however it is, because sometimes your soul tells you, says yes, but the ego says no. And guess what? You do something, and then you understand you should have said no. A lot of you, as an empath, including myself, we're all guilty on this. Everyone is guilty on this to say yes when it's clear no. And take a look from within the no, you find the answer of the yes. Okay. The one, it's hidden from within the other. It has always been like this. All right. So, for example, um, can we go somewhere? And you say, yes, but I don't think so. Now is the time for this. And or you say, no, I don't believe this time is about this. And you understand things. Okay. Um, Shadow 330, your topic is spot on today, dear. I have been wrestling with my ego and always getting caught, and my ego is always getting the best of me. Uh, yeah, the egos get best of us, right? Yeah, because we have tendency as a society to listen to the ego to satisfy others, but we abandon our souls. And that is another thing, that abandonment of the soul leads to a lot of things, because at some point you kind of like, if you focus on this ego part, you're selling your soul in a base of the material things. And once you sell your soul, and you did soul love comes to you, and you're like, well, I sold my soul for material things, now you have a hard time becoming authentic. Okay. And yeah, the ego, it's fed by the society. And if you look at it, to get out of the matrix, to get out of the society, then what's going to happen to you is that you're going to pay attention more to your soul. This is like you bolt out of the things. It's the same thing when they giving an advices when you're in a toxic relationship or family. Just remove yourself out of there. You just get yourself out of there, and you're not engaging anymore with this energies. Okay, that is the same thing, because in the toxic relationships, a lot of ego in there, a lot of fights, a lot of who is more powerful, who is more better, who is more. There's a lot of competition, not cooperation, competition. Okay, and comparison. All right, but the thing is, from the same thing is, if you look at this portion, the shadow from within you, when your ego is there, maybe on toxic relationships, maybe on the society, you remove yourself out of there. You are not engaging with that energy anymore. Okay, because your authenticity is based out of that society and based of these toxic things. But you know, your soul knows that in order you to be authentic, you have to find your soul. So you're going on soul searching. Okay, now when you remove yourself out of the society, now your ego part as authenticity and your soul part as authenticity, they coming together, and you're like, now I'm getting it. Now I understand all this process. Now I understand that I have to be authentic in the ego based toxic society with my soul and my ego, so I can learn how to progress in life. Okay, that's what this authentic power does, that, and you heal yourself. Somebody comes in with their ego, and it's like, hey, but what's going on? What are you acting from your ego? I mean, take a look. Maybe this is not right. You're not telling directly, hey, you don't have a soul, or what the hell's going on with you, and all that. No, you just tell them what's wrong with this. What's wrong with this ego part of, I mean, don't you look at it for any other different ways? Kind of like point them out. It's like, why not take in a vacation for 4 or 5 days? Go do a self reflection. Maybe you will find the answers. All right. Uh, Idea. Sorry, late again. Oh, no problem, Johnny. Thank you for being here. Share some love. Brinton 19, thank you for being here. Share some love. And Shadow, I've tried many times, due to remove myself, but end up running. Oh, running. Why you running? You're running. Why? You're running from the soul to satisfy the ego. Maybe you used to that. Maybe that's the same habit, or maybe you are lacking abilities to do things. Maybe you are too much attached to the toxic way of life that you can't get yourself out of it. It's kind of like your internal jail there. Review that internal jail. Maybe that is the problem, because you might have the key, but you don't open the door and take an actions. Look at your actions of they will determine your authenticity. Okay, so for example, if you promise something you do, but you're not doing it, so guess what? No actions, not authenticity, but you did the promise, right? So why you don't have the authenticity? Well, I was listening to my ego, but I wasn't listening to my soul, or I was listening to my soul, but I didn't listen to the red flags that were coming into the situation. Okay. Now you understand what you needed to do. You understand things, and now you're taking actions of changing yourself, evolve from within. Okay, because if you want to live truly happy, that is your inner fight within your own self. This is going to be the worst fights you will ever have. Not fights with other people. I'm talking about the personally from within you. And authenticity or lack of authenticity, this is going to be a lot of from within, because it will require you to be true to yourself, honest to yourself, shameful to yourself, mad at yourself, angry at yourself. Why angry? Because anger can point you out of the issues. You were blindfolded for something. Maybe your soul was blinded for the other person's ego, or maybe you were blindfolded your soul because your ego was there, and now you make damage. Okay, take a look always the situations of the two sides of the coin, the same thing. It's you. All right. Um, Thanks for this. First time I heard about authenticity at different levels, ego and soul. Makes total sense. Yes. This is the new time. This is the new roads. Ever since this Jupiter moved now in Aries, I'm kind of like blown up from it. And this is talking about unifications. Okay. Um, Brinta, if you follow it, these unifications now, they going into the core, to the roots of the problems. Okay, we are all going together. We may be a small group, okay, but some of us are going and moving into that direction of self unification, okay, self improvement, self think, and that's what the authenticity is you're operating independently. Did you ever hear anything codependence? No, you are operating independently. Okay. Well, let me tell you that in electricity, I'm an industrial maintenance technician, okay, or electrician, whatever you want to call it. All right. I've been putting two separate pieces of equipment working together in an automatic but independently. There is a robot, there is attached to a machine, and they're talking to each other, but they're operating independently. Okay. But to the communications, when you hit the out button, it says automatic independency, but depending on the machine. And the machines get automatic dependency on the robot. Okay. So if the robot says no, the machine stops running. If the machine says no, the machine stops running. So it breaks that automatic independency. Okay. But now they're cooperating to each other, because the robot, when it goes inside of the machine to reach to get up the parts that the machine produce, the robot says in the machine, hey darling, I'm in there, I'm picking up this part. Then the robot moves out, come out, and it says like, I'm out, go ahead, make a new part. And the machine goes and makes a new part, and the robot goes, drops the parts, and stay and waits there for the machine to finish its cycle, to open again so the robot can get in there. So the robot doesn't go inside of the machine if the machine says, listen, no, I'm not ready to make that part. So that's what this is. Hey, John. Hey, thanks for being here. Um, yeah, let's get together after the call. Um, so being authentic to yourself, all right, you're gonna be either the machine. If you look at it this, you're either gonna be the machine or you're gonna be the robot. All right, but now it's coming in together. uh Shadow, I will answer just a second. Okay, just understand this. All right. So the machine makes a part, okay, product, okay, and now the robot comes in. But guess what? It is a bad part, bad decision, bad things, bad production. Okay. So now the machine says it's a bad production. So the robot comes in, grabs the bad part, and throw it away. Doesn't put it to a good production. It's the same thing with the twin flames. They determine what is their product is. Okay. If they have bad communications, bad egos, they're not authentic. Okay. The authenticity means good part, good product. Okay. The product is genuine. It's passing all the quality of this. And the twin flames, when it comes together, they become this quality of twin flames. All right. That's the product. The product is union. If there is no union, so you're still producing bad parts. It is what it is. And here, shout out to your question. about it is how we looking at good twin, bad twin. Okay, because if you're looking at your soul but you didn't miss the red flags, so now you put in yourself within, they're bad to me because I wasn't looking at the red flags from them, and you're like, oh crap, oh they're bad to me, bad, and you bolt out. Okay, look at it in here though. I didn't look at the soul things that they give me. I did my actions out of ego. They're bad because they didn't show me that my ego was bad. Ooh. Okay, that's what this new way that comes in right now is going to be. Don't look only the one person. Don't look only one situation. Don't ever take a look at one side of the issues. Be the judge. The judge looks to opposite things that argue to determine the truth, and that's where it's being authentic. If the twin flames are fighting and things, they're not authentic. If they were authentic, they will be together. So either you're not authentic to yourself, or they are not authentic to yourself. But there is always, both of you have to learn something from this authenticity, because divine wants you to be authentic with them, because divine says, you lying to me, I can't be your true twin flame, and but you lying, that doesn't pass, you shall not pass. And the divine cuts you off, and you're like, what the hell? Here, lack of the authenticity. The authenticity on the front with the divine will bring you into that level that we talked about a few days back. You're crossing that stage. Okay, you're crossing that stage, and when you cross that stage, guess what? The divine pulls you up. But guess what? You're authentic, and it brings you on your own, just you. Where's your twin? Somewhere else. And that's what right now, with all this, when we did uh, this Jupiter, when it enters Aries, this train that moves, guess what? You feel sad. You feel, like, why I feel this sadness? Your twin flame, it feels sadness because they're not in the same train with you. They're in the same energy level as you, or whatever is the situation. Okay, so here is, you feel sad because they're not with you. Maybe they fall down. They're sad because you're way up there because they fall down. Okay, and that energy is right there. Okay, it is about you being authentic independently. Okay, and maybe they weren't authentic to themselves, maybe you weren't not authentic to yourself, depends of what side of the wall you are. Okay, but here is, auto means independently operated. You are operating. Okay, um fabulous analogy. We each play our part. Yes. Okay. Now we here we're talking about above and beyond about what we knew about the twin flames. We going down to the roots. Okay, we are going down to the roots. I believe that in the past whatever years we studied twin flames. Now we're studying toxic relationships, because guess what? As a twin flames in the past 6 7 years, we were looking the love, the light, the magical things, and so on and so on. But guess what? We look at the spiritual side of the authenticity. Okay. Well, what about the material side of the authenticity? What about the ego part of the as authenticity? Whoops, daisy. That's why it's not a lot of unions. And the energy of Jupiter right now, when he's gonna come back to Pisces. And it's going to be okay. Finish your job. Look at the ego. Look at the things. Then he's going to come back and re-enter Aries. 10 is going to be really very right on the point, being authentic. How you learn to be authentic? Look at the source from within. Okay, is that little voice of the soul from when inside, and it tells you like, "Hey, listen this." But you also have an intuition, okay, and an ego then there. You got so many things that comes in from within. You listen to this and you process it, and it's like, "Is this is true?" Okay, so here is. You look at the issue. The issue is this cup. Fill up with an orangeada, okay? It's tangerine soda, by the way. All right, but we're gonna take that. You think that's maybe it's an orange juice, but guess what? You go in and you verify it. It's like, no, it's not orange juice. It's tangerine soda. So now you verified the authenticity from within. And when you look at your issues with authenticity, you go ahead and verify it. So, for example, somebody did something about it, okay, and all of a sudden you're like, did they really did it? You go ahead and find the truth, and you're like, oh yeah, well, here's the proof. Yeah, yeah, they did it. But guess what? You go ahead and get a proof. It's like, hmm, they haven't done it. But guess what? Without proof, you're not authentic. You can only thinking about something. Okay, maybe, maybe not. Oh, here's the doubts now. Okay, if you have issues that there is two opposite things and it's not solvable, you can't pinpoint it, and you cannot find authenticity within this. You need to understand that situation shows you that whatever the situation is not truth, is not authentic situation, and you have to leave it in peace, kind of like leave it into the divine to deal with it. Are you? Because there is no way for you to uh, verify this. Okay, but if you verify it from within and you verify it in the physical world, then guess what? Here's the truth. It's coming up. It's right in here. All right. It's the same thing like you go into a court and you go in the front of the judge and you're making a statement, and a judge says like, "Give it to me." I mean, probably most of you have been through the divorce, and you're like, "Yeah, here's the paperwork. I pay off those credit cards." And judge takes the paper, is like, looks the dates, looks the balances, and that you paid off the credit cards that were between you and your ex. And now the judge is like, okay, I will take that in consideration. That is the truth. I need to make a copy of this paperwork. And he's like, Your Honor, that copy is for you. And you give it to him. All right. So that's how it is. We play our part of this coming together. The more you are authentic from within you, the more happy you're going to be. And that is the healing part. If you are not happy with your life, okay, you lack in authenticity from within, not because of anything else. If you are unhappy and you're depending on someone, you have codependency. Be an independent, okay? Be and operate independent. You become an authentic, okay? Your happiness depends from within. If they're authentic, they will bring the real happiness from within. If they're not authentic, then they'll stay wherever they are. Maybe they're in the mud or in a miserable life or wherever they are. That's their problem, okay? Not yours. You become an authentic to your own self. But they have to be authentic to themselves, figure out that they're in the mud. Okay? Who can get them out of the mud? Maybe somebody who can give them a hand, but they still love it, that hand. They have to get themselves out. They have to go out, take a shower, put on new clothes. They have to become their authentic self. And now Divine says, like, okay, you now are happy. You have a different life. Excellent. 19 people, it's just we're doing okay. Yeah, sometimes the connection, it's kind of like breaking down. I have no idea why, but it is what it is for. Okay. So if you guys have some any more questions, let me know. First of all, do you guys like this information of this analogy of looking at now the both two sides of the issues? And if you don't like it, why don't you? That is also part of authenticity, okay? Because if you begin to like that analogy, now you begin to be really authentic from within, okay? But if you don't like it, why don't you? What part are you missing, not seeing it? Okay, so yeah, I didn't see questions popping up, or maybe my John, it's brilliant information. You're welcome. Much needed. We are going. I'm going to be making some more stuff. The thing it is like right now in me is so much information, and I'm kind of like overloaded. Feel like I have to do a lot of things. Maybe I should have done a workshop and talk about a lot of issues so I can get these things done it for. I don't know. Maybe I can make a local workshop here in Bulgaria, and I don't know. We'll see what the situation will be. Maybe um, we're gonna do something about it, but let's the things unpack more. Okay, let's digging up more of the things that comes in because we begin from the fruit as the way we are. We went through the branches, through the connections, through everything. And now we are going down with the tree to understand the whole tree we came from. And now we are going down to the roots. Okay. This is what we do. Now we're looking at and we understand the whole process from the roots through the from the roots to the fruits. Okay. Kind of like a rhyming a little bit, right? For I love analogies. I use it all the time. Great. I love to hear that because it helped me so much. It helped me to open my eyes a little bit more of the things that goes here. Okay. I was listening here a video of comments. He's a deal. Does your twin choose that yellow short you're wearing today? No, I choose myself. I choosing it on my own. I actually have a lot of soccer shirts, but this one it's a special. And I will tell you why it's a special because we're talking about authenticity. Okay, didn't pay so much attentions on this, but this is a official, okay, official shirt of the Roma. That is a football or soccer team, depends on wherever you live. But that shirt has something in there, and let me see if kind of like you guys can see it. It says there, it is a authentic. But I picked it up. Okay, I picked that shirt for it because the way I feel. All right, some days I really like. You guys probably see the light blue greenish colors shirts that I have. That is the color of the internal peace. And when I feel the internal peace, I feel good. I feel great. Okay. But today, I had another shirt that was with it, and this morning when I get up, I'm like, all right, well, I'll take some shower and I'll get this shirt. Just popped it up, and boom, I have another shirt that it's up here. But I mean, Shadow, when you look at this, is I don't know, but no, she didn't pick that up. It was me. Any more questions you guys have here? Um, it is a gold shirt. I don't know if it's gold or not. It is actually the colors are orange yellowish. Okay, that's orange yellowish. For it looks good. It helps the solar plexus, the third chakra in here, and also the second chakra. Okay, kind of like transfer all these energies, from orange to yellow, and it helps a lot. Okay, I was wearing a something special. I forgot the name of this stone. I think so. It was a tiger eye, I believe. Okay, I was. It's kind of like a pretty cool. It's typical masculine energy stone, and yeah, for it. Hi, CF. Thank you for being here. Much love. Yes, sharing the love. What else I wanted to tell you that authenticity can help you heal the unhealing portions of you. And the reason is that unhealed parts, if you're not authentic to recognize them, you won't be able to heal them. All right? If you lack the authenticity from within you, you won't be able to heal them. And that authenticity is a huge part of healing your life. Your, not mine. You can't do it for me. You can't do it for your twin, but you can do it for yourself. So be inauthentic and look at the unhealed parts from within. And there you will understand that those unhealed parts, okay, from within, they need these attentions from within. What is this unhealed portions? What is this unhealed parts? What is the missing links? Probably the most of the missing links you will find out that you always look at the one side of the issue. Okay, maybe the one side of the ego or the one side of the soul, and you create that missing link now from within because you listen to one or the other. But when you are authentic and look at the both now, you're going to be able to heal on an unimaginable level. It's going to help you to heal your heart, heal your emotions, vibrations, connections with divines, connection with kids, connection with your own self, family, and so on. But you will help you realize that some of those maybe are toxic to you. You have to get away from it. Okay? You have to get away from it. All right? So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for being here. John, I'll go ahead and message you as soon as right after this. But if you guys have some more questions, I will have one cigarette with you guys, and we'll answer some few extra questions if you guys have them. All right. Josh, thanks. You're welcome, guys. Lisa, I'm being the mediator in my healing. Yes, you're the mediator. You're the judge of your own healing. See, the mediator, that is a term that they're using into a relationship when your relationship goes wrong. Okay, you go to, before you file for divorce, you go into mediator, someone to see like, do you really have to go through divorce, or maybe it's just something small, or maybe you guys have some, temporary issue or something like that. Okay, that is the mediator. All right. If you become the mediator and you fix your own things, good. Okay. But if you don't fix your thing, guess what? You're going to divine, and divine's going to judge you, and divine is the judge. It's like, hey, you haven't done this and that. All right. But how about you become the judge of your own self, realizing what's going on from within you, and then you are going to connect to the divine the same way the judge is serving the judging system within the country. All right. Nothing, let me tell you this, nothing that is out there as a system is not based out of the divine. Okay. Nothing out there that exists in the world is not based out of your human body. Okay. Cameras, they're based out of your eyes. Okay. Computers, they're based out of your brain. They have a central process unit like your brain, your mind. Okay. It is that software that puts everything together. All right. You fit all these programs within and all that stuff from within. All right. Hydraulic systems, they are out there within the machines. They are based out of the human body. Is your heart that pumps blood and you're moving your muscle. Okay. That's how everything is. All right. Let's see. Dio, I am going crazy because I can feel when twin is cheating and with someone else sexually. I have always felt this time. Let me tell you something. Um, if you don't verify this, then you have no proof. So it's not authentic. Okay. If you don't see him going to somewhere and being out there and cheating and so on, guess what? You have no proof. You can't say anything about it. All right. You got no proof. But if they said, like, you know what, I cheated to you, and they write it down, a text message or a letter to you, I cheated to you. Now you have the proof. It's there. They wrote it. It's the truth. All right. So for right now, Jenny, just don't pay attention to this. Don't. Okay. Because guess what? You can't prove that. It's not authentic. All right. Does the universe conspire to draw twins together? Yes, it does. I stated a long time ago that a lot of the people, they don't understand how powerful this understanding of the twin flames is, because now when the authenticity of the authentic twin flames begins to rise up, we are going to have an authentic world. We are going to have an authentic society. Can you imagine what the God wants from us? Yeah, I can tell you, when the unconditional love become a lifestyle, we are going to have the paradise on earth. And that's what your soul wants. That's what the divine wants. Okay? That's what this is. But guess what? We have a lot of crap to solve. Okay? One of this crap is this authenticity. And they want to push you for it, one way or another. Something is going to happen, and all of a sudden, the authenticity of the BS is going to come out on the surface. There's going to be a person who's been watching you, but you don't think that that could be a divine person put in right there to monitor and can watch everything, right? And it's like, oh shit, you did this, then it's not right. And you're like, what do you mean? I know everything. I see what you do. You know, and that's how the shit comes forward. Okay. Like I'm looking at the living stage I am in, going there has been no opening to leave, despite making efforts. Don't worry about the efforts, because if you focus on the efforts, you abandon the sight of I'm doing, and I get nothing. Maybe you're doing something wrong. Okay, Josh. Look from within. What are you doing wrong? Maybe you're asking too much. Okay, maybe you abandon something too much. Maybe you're asking the ego so much, and you're missing a part of the soul evolution too much, that needs to be evolved. Or you're doing so much soul, but the ego part is missing. Or if you stay home and you waiting for your twin flame to comes into your house, ain't gonna happen. There's gotta be some kind of authenticity, some kind of actions that they will determine this reality. Actions determine that reality. You may think, you may look, you may do this, you may do a meditations, you may do stuff, but lack of actions, okay, can lead to this. And the divine, once you have these energies, they level the energies between you and a twin. They level them up. They see the authenticity now, and they're like, "I'll put you together." And all of a sudden, like when the divine wants to connect you with someone, they will put so much love in there that you will be walking and burning with that love, and that love will burn everything inside of you that you resist. The more you resist love, you guys all know about it as a twin flames. I mean, dude, that's gonna be a completely makeover, because if something doesn't happen with love, they put more love. It doesn't happen without love. They increase the dose, and the more dose they increase, the more you're like, what the hell? You begin to look at it and become an authentic to that love. That's how this is. Uh, Lisa, yes, 100%. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, Jenny. Shadow, Dio, do you consider one partner looking at sexual things other than their partner is this cheating? Sexual things. Now, between sexual things and intimacy, be an authentic about intimacy. Sexual thing and intimacy are two different things. Sex comes in from the ego-based thing. Cheating, all right. The cheating has, as a psychology effect. What cheating is if you look at the one person, he wants to cheat because of revenge, or he's cheating because the love that they believe is okay. It's only through the physical part, and they think that when they change partners, something's going to change when it has to be changed from within. Okay, not because of the partner. It got nothing to do with the partner. It has to do with them. All right. The other part is if they deny the soul, okay, and they don't feel this soul vibrations, and they only look for the physical thing, for the ego, for this part. So guess what? They were missing the soul part, and here is there is a soul person comes in with them and loves them with their soul. Now they're going to be cheating because of this soul part. It still has these issues with authenticity that we're talking about. But cheating, that is a huge problem these days, because cheating it's considered to be normal. Normal. Okay. Go back quite a few hundred years down the road and think about how the cheating was. Okay. How shameful it was, like to drag you on the front that everybody is like, yeah, she was cheating. All right. Or he was cheating or whatever. Okay, some of the portions in India, they still doing this. By the way, they strip them naked and shameful of cheating. You know, I mean, it's not right. Okay, It's not right. It's not good, but things are. It is what it is. Uh, do you consider one? Okay. CTJ. Hi, CTJ. Thank you for the question. Recognize that who your twin is will be the right time to take it slow. Perhaps they don't know their twin. Meditating helps a lot. When you're recognizing that you're in the twin flame relationship, um, a CTJ is first of all get educated on this. I made a lot of mistakes on my awakening process. I didn't understood what twin flames is. You have no idea how much crap I went through it. But that crap helped me out. And then when I healed the crap, then I began to help others. Okay. Yes, it's good to take it slow. It is a good to compassion and see what's going on. See from within. Being authentic. All right. Everybody's gonna have like their chance to be an authentic. And this part of being authentic, it's for you. You to express the things. But if they're not authentic, if they have issues with the authentic, you show them the road how they can be authentic. Okay, that's why you need to take it slow at some point. But now there is going to be a problem if you show them authentic and they kind of like, yeah, I'm authentic that way, and they paint the picture of themselves from within you that they are authentic, and all of a sudden end up not. That is not authenticity. That is something else. It's called manipulation. Okay. So you got to be very taking it slow. And this is why look at your soul base of authenticity, but also look in the ego that shows your red flags. Okay. But don't hang it up to the red flags because you're going to missing the soul point of view of authenticity. It's very important when you're in a relationship to have the authenticity. You got no authenticity is not an authentic relationship. It's not authentic relationships cannot be authentic with the divine. That's it. On them. Perhaps they don't know they're twin. A lot of the people they don't know. They feel something. They're waking up to it, but they don't know. I'll tell you in the beginning, like 7, 8 years ago, I have a lot of people. It's like I had all this and I didn't know where I was. I had people they've been on their let's say 60s, 65s, and they're like crying. Kids like, Dio, thank you for explaining this. Now I understand what this is. Now I understand why I cried so much at night. Now I understand what I went through, all this grief. But can you imagine? There was no information back then. Now we can go out and find this. Okay. Meditation is good. I a lot of meditated from before until kind of like went up to a one level that I could have managed the energies from within. And I stopped meditating because if you need to meditate, sometimes just like close just the eyes and happens on instantly. It doesn't have to, calm down on all these things and all these situations. But that happens with automatically with the evolution of the vibrations because most of the people they're meditating to increase the vibrations. But if you already the vibrations are high enough from within, you will have kind of like a constant meditations. I believe some there is some people here in the room. I sense energy that someone, maybe like a couple of people or a few people, they have this ability. They don't meditate anymore. They have this energy that just go on. And if you're here, you have that. Please state it in a comment that you're here. And there's this Tamuna was like, Philly, hello, Dio. Randomly found you out your channel. I liked your analysis very much. Thank you, Tamuna. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here and thank you for the comment. And glad that if the information here helps you out. Uh, please come in like on a daily basis, and we do this chat talk, and it helps a lot. Jenny, sorry, I have to run now. Sending love to everyone always. Thank you, Dio. You're welcome, Jenny. Sometimes our emotion can make us blind to see the red flags. Yes, emotions, emotions based out of the ego could be, or emotions with too much soul love. Have you ever loved so much with your soul that you don't see your ego or the ego-based actions? Yeah. But there's going to be a point, Chef, when God's going to ask you about one thing. Are you love with your soul on 100%? It's going to ask you. And that is going to be probably the hardest thing you will do. It will require this authenticity from within, and you have the blind faith within divine. That is going to be your test with the divine from within. And when you do this, you actually show up the divine. It's like, yeah, I'm trusting you. Even if it's wrong situation. There is no wrong situation. There is no right situation. Okay? It is a situation for evolution. Chance to build something where there was nothing before. It is chance to creation, which is the divine got this for, to create it, to create this relationships. Lisa, lots of love, Jenny. CJ, that's me. Yeah, all right. I'm guilty of that. Yeah, we're all guilty, by the way. We're all guilty. Gail, see, continue if you're referring to autopilot mode, I can relate it. Yeah, that autopilot. But that autopilot, okay, is your authenticity with the divine, within the soul. That kind of like you got this 100% from within you. You are honest with your soul. You prove the action with your soul. The divine was there, and the miracles was performed. There was something was created out of this. And then you will understand all this. You created something. You felt the support of the divine. And now you will looking at for this thing to happen. Because right there, that's what that was. Get to understand how divine operates from within. When you have 100% love, that trust of the divine. Okay, maybe it's not the right person, but you have that love. Maybe you think that wasn't the right person. No, it was the right person. That's what the divine put you together. Okay, so the person can see and learn. That's what this is. That's what this quote is from the divine. Okay, when one speak, which is the divine, two learns. And this is something that twin flames are very good at it. Okay, they know what that is, and they do that evolution one way or another. Okay. Let's see what else. Then when that quiet place gets violent, that's the ego kicked in. Yeah, the ego always gonna be kind of like kicked in, like, hey, what about me? Okay, this is like the 2-year-old. It's like everybody's got a dessert and he doesn't get a dessert, and now it's like, what about me? Can you go without dessert? Right there. Our mind gets quiet and often get downloads. Yes, these downloads lately, they've been crazy. Just sometimes I have to put up air conditioning so I can cool off from so much seeing things. Now so much understanding of this new things, and all begin to make much more sense now. We don't abandoning one or the other. We unifying things from within us. You put your ego and heart with the soul, and you just become one. And he said, "There will be a light." The silence was met with a voice, with a created light, and so forth. Yes, creation of light. The creation of light. I'm looking at the clock, is 1 hour 11 minutes. Mm. When I developed the blind trust in the divine, everything changed for me. It was very hard to get there. I know now, no other way than to carry the trust and love always. Go against it, I get bumped. Yes, you go against it, you get bumped. All right, you get bumped. You go against it. I decided that this time I will do whatever I got. That was the last stroke I had. That was the last thing I've got, and I said, Lord, I'll do it. I just gonna give 100%. There you go, do it. Well, what about this? What about that? The ego, no, 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 no. And it's all of a sudden, it's like, it's not about all the okay. It is about your contract with the divine. Would you be able to do it? If you understand that authenticity is the contract between you and God, if you're true, authentic, that's what has to relate with this. Uh, you guys, if you understand the truth and the authenticity and the power with this, and the responsibility that comes with this, and the fears you have to overcome to be authentic from within the divine, yeah, you will understand things for it. Josh 11:11 here. Shadow, Josh 11:11. Yeah, that's what this is. It's a daily active choice. Yes, you choose, but over the time, when you make these choices, it becomes an autopilot. The authenticity becomes an autopilot, and now when it becomes an autopilot, guess what? You have an autopilot with the divine. Yeah, you get there. All right. I know that CF, you kind of like something clicked within you right now. I felt it. It was just like, damn. It is absolutely autopilot. There you go. There is. Comes up. Gail C. I can't relate to the volume 2. I wanted to leverage. Back, you guys chatting. Okay. Absolutely autopilot. Yes. So I hope that you guys got this points. I'm kind of like gonna ending on this for it, and there's gonna be some more things coming up for us. All right, but now we begin to understand that we were fruits on the tree that have to learn what it takes to have a root, what the tree does for the roots. But you're also going to understand that the fruit is going to fall off sometimes, someday, some way, and it's going to become a seed, just so it can become a tree, knowing all the information how to become a tree, how to create. Okay, we have more things to unpack up here with all this. We have more stuff that we are going to do with this. All right. But this authenticity was one huge part with this. All right, guys. So thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. Sending you so much love. And I will see you tomorrow. All right. If you one of you feel like something we need to talk, please make comments below the video or find me on Facebook. All right, guys. Um, yeah, I might invest in deafening handcuffs or rope to tie you to us so you don't have to run away. Ha 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 ha. Oh wow. Shadow, it's just like, daily food, daily talk, and so on and so on. I'm not running. I'm here present myself every day here. But that was a good thing, so I don't have to run away. Um, and yeah. Um, yeah, there you go. CFs give you the answer. Universe already did that. Yes, that is a part of this blind faith of the universe. That when the universe, you do the work for the universe does some work for you. Okay, it's not a whole lot and also things, but universe does things. Okay, so happy this month with the astrology readings. They're doing okay. Again, if some of you has an astrology reading or you guys need some help with it, find me on a Facebook. I can help you to understand things for it. So thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, guys? Be love. All right, let me give you some love. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Thank you for being here, and appreciate everything.